Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Matt with the DPI podcast, and I do not have a microphone right now. There's a microphone. Hey, everybody, it's Matt with the DPI podcast. Hopefully you're having a better night than we are already. No, just did the soft open, and we are going to be talking some Villian's Land tonight. We're going to be talking some Lorcana, and we are going to be opening some Winterspell. We got some boxes over the weekend. Braeden and I started opening a box, and we're going to finish opening the back half of the box. We got 12 packs to open tonight on stream, and there should be some fire left in this box. We really only opened, 3 legendaries in the first 12 packs. So we should have some good hits for you guys to see on stream. If you remember the last time we opened cards with Braeden on stream, we pulled that enchanted Winnie the Pooh from Fabled. So yeah, I'm excited to have Braeden back on to see what we do. In the chat, Robert Sprite, good to see you. Long-time viewer of the show. Waving his Canadian flag, I don't know how much I like that. With us getting down to the nitty-gritty and Olympic hockey right now, but I'll let it fly tonight because I like to jump into the chat and hanging out with us. And I see that you're super excited about some Lorcana tonight with us. So yeah, we're going to get to that really soon. But before I get too involved with anything, I want to bring Braeden on. Braeden's going to hang out today on the show, and we're going to talk with him about some different things. So Braeden, come on over here, bud. So camera's there. So just remember that. Yeah. So Braeden, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good. Let's see. I think if you move this way a little bit, you should be in the screen a little more. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. And you still should be able to get the microphone and everything. So, Stream is echoing. Well, that's not good. Is there something else on? Oh, there is something else on. Is that better, Robert? I think that probably cleared it up. I had 2 microphone sources going, so hopefully that clears it up. But yeah, so Braeden is on the stream. He's going to be doing some card openings with us. So in the last, when we opened cards earlier with Winterspell, what did we open?
I got 2 legendary Tinkerbells. You got a legendary Todd, and
that was about it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so we should have a lot of fire coming up in this box. But before we get into perfect, thank you, Robert, for letting me know. Before we get into the box, let's talk a little bit about what's going on at the parks. So first thing I want to talk about is a little bit of a rumor that's going around, and it is that one of the first things that Josh D'Amaro did when he got into the role of CEO, which he isn't necessarily officially CEO yet, was go into Imagineering and basically scrap the plans that they had for Villian's Land. Not that Villian's Land is going away, but more of a, we want this to be bigger and bolder and better. And, one of the things I really think that is going to go on with Villian's Land is D'Amaro's going to use this as kind of his jumping point, his bar that he's going to set for every expansion that he kind of does with the park. So he wants to set the bar relatively high. So he has to kind of keep clearing it every time that they do something new at the parks. On the consumer side, I think it's a great thing. I think you're seeing some stabilization in the market when it comes to travel. So they're able to project out a little bit more. Oh, I did miss the Sweetheart Night event. But they're able to project out a little bit more with the funding, and I think they're going to do a bigger project for Villain's Land than maybe they were initially thinking. So Braeden, when we're thinking about a Villain's Land at, the Magic Kingdom, what do you think you should see in a Villain's Land?
I feel like in a Villain's Land there should be something, like, just think of it, like, there's a bunch of villains we should see. Maybe we should have, like, some villain meet and greets or something like that.
Yeah, and then what kind of rides do you think that there should be in a Villain's Land?
Like big roller coasters, like Rock and Roller Coaster, maybe like that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hit a big roller coaster.
And Ursula, like, whirlpool ride or something like that.
Oh, an Ursula whirlpool ride. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think the way that they've got it set up right now with the building layouts that they showed on the architectural plan, it looks like we're going to get a roller coaster. It looks like we're going to get an enormous dark ride. And it looks like there might be one other attraction there. And I really think it's a theater set up for that Unfairly Ever After show. So that would move from Hollywood Studios over to Magic Kingdom.
That was a good show.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I thought it was a really good show, and hopefully they keep that show and move it into the correct part of the park once it gets there. So, but yeah, so I think with the Villain's Land thing, I think that's an interesting twist, and I'm interested to see kind of come August, September when we get to D23 time, what comes out about Villain's Land, because I think that's where we're going to get kind of all of the details for that land. Now, with that being said, there's still a lot of other things going on at the parks. We've got, Dino Land is turning into the Tropical Americas, which means no more Dinosaur Land. You got your Indominus Rex shirt on, so yeah, this guy not happy about no Dino Land.
What the? Dinosaurs are more into the animal theme than Tropical Americas. Like, what the Sigma?
But, so we're getting an Encanto ride, we're getting an Indiana Jones ride, and then we're getting another carousel type ride there in the Central Americas area. We're getting an expansion to the Avengers campus out in Disneyland. We're getting the addition of a Coco ride. We're getting the Avatar area out in out in Disneyland.
An Avatar area in Disneyland?
Yeah, like more tuned to like Fire and Ash. Yeah.
You gotta visit Disneyland sometimes.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on when it comes to the parks. Also, some things that have been happening. We're getting into that switch off between the Festival of the Arts and Flower and Garden over at Epcot right now. Another thing that's going on at Epcot is they just redid the animatronics in the Frozen Ever After ride. Now, if you have ridden it before, if you've gone online and seen our video of it, the old animatronics in the Frozen Ever After ride had the projection faces. So they're basically a blank screen face, and they had a projector that projected the face onto those animatronics. Now they have true faces like real animatronics. So that they're more like the ones that are in other parks. It's a good change. Interested to see what it looks like. It's been super positive from, reviews since they made the change, so good thing there. Another thing that's going on is, there was an article that came out from, and where'd this come from? New York Post, about how Disney's expansions are affecting local housing markets. And, both Disneyland and Disney World have relatively large projects going on right now. And one of the big projects, Disneyland, is this push for affordable housing around the park. Well, with that being said, the housing market is really spiking in the Anaheim area, because they feel like a lot of land is going to be taken for this project, and the infrastructure improvements have boosted the housing prices. one of those catch-22s. You make things better and things get more expensive. So, it happens. Same thing's happening in Orlando. The more that they add down there, the higher that the prices are going to get. So, let's see. Disney ride attraction patents. Disney received the patents on what everybody believes to be the ride mechanism for the Cars ride at Disneyland, at the Magic Kingdom. Or, not Disneyland, at Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom. And this ride is kind of almost like a pendulum system sitting sideways. So it's got a counterweight and then a lever, and then the ride vehicle sits at the end to where the ride vehicle kind of moves up and down to simulate jumps and going over terrain. And what they're thinking is that this could possibly let the Cars ride produce different experiences every time that you're on the ride.
So is it kind of like that Donkey Kong ride in Universal Epic Universe where it feels like you're jumping over jumps in the track?
But you're not necessarily on the track itself. It just makes you look and feel like you're doing it. Yeah, I think it's going to be very similar to that. And it's probably because Universal patented that type of track system that Disney had to come back and patent something that was more towards that style of ride. So yeah, I mean that's a great observation there. That's something that is probably needed to happen because of what Universal did. But yeah, so that happened there. Have you met Josh? Seen him in person? I have not met Josh tomorrow. I have seen him in person. So we have done a D23. So I have seen him. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I've talked to the president of D23. I've talked to some of the Imagineers. I talked to the voice of Mickey Mouse. That was a really cool experience. So I've talked to people like that, but I've never got to meet Josh or Bob Iger or anybody like that. So
you've met the voice of Mickey since the very beginning?
Well, he hasn't been the voice of Mickey since the very beginning. He is the current voice of Mickey. I think his name is Brett Iwin. But super nice guy. He was kind of coming into the panel as Peter and I were walking around outside at D23, and I just recognized him and snapped a photo with him and said hey, and yeah, it was super cool. But no, I haven't met any of the really big wigs. We walked past Bob Gurr at Disneyland while we were out there, but we didn't talk to him. So I tend to keep those types of people, let them, kind of go on with their day. They're going to get inundated with people. So it's just like, I just don't want to be another person that walks up to them and says hi. So yeah. But where were we at? We were talking about...
the
patents.
Yeah.
The patents for the rides. So I would imagine that you're going to see a couple more patents come out as they start working into Villain's Land as well. Whether it's in new dark ride technology or new roller coaster technology. But we'll see as we get there. The rumor that is going around is now 2030 for the completion of Villain's Land, which means we're 4 years away. So there is a lot that can happen in 4 years. So kind of got to wait that one out. Post-COVID, ongoing box office. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot else on the Disney front. Epcot Festival, Lorcana activities, the scavenger hunts and collection quests that were integrated into the festival, the arts, super positive reception. I think you're going to see a lot more of those. Over the weekend, they had a signing event with one of the artists over at Disney Springs. I didn't hear anything but good things about that. Also didn't hear a whole lot of bad about the distribution of the foil playmats. I think everybody kind of understood that it was going to be a little limited at World of Disney, and they were okay with that. The people that didn't get it, I don't think felt slighted. I didn't see a whole lot of negative reaction of, oh, there were people that were buying 10 of them and that kind of stuff. It really sounded like that they handled it really well. So that's good to hear. You know, I think Disney's getting a little bit of their stuff together, and that's going to be good moving forward when we're talking about the parks. So yeah. But if you guys see any other news that you want to talk about, definitely jump into the chat. Let me know. I will definitely do some research on it, and when we come back in a couple weeks, we will talk about that. But I'm not going to wait any longer, little man. You want to lift it up and show the camera what we got?
So, we got this is Winterspell,
yep.
Right? The new Lorcana Winterspell bots with Angel and Stitch having a snowball fight.
Yeah. So let's crack into some packs here. So let me get the screen over there and we'll jump into some packs.
Oh yeah. Lorcana.
All right, what's going on, everybody? We are over on a different screen here now, and we got some Lorcana. As you can see, we put up our hits from this box so far. And one of them I already got in a sleeve because it's going to go into our actual collection binder. We hit 2 of the legendary Tinkerbells, and then we got 1 of the legendary Todds out of the first 12 packs. Well, we got another 12 packs here that we're going to crack into. So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to put all the angels at the end?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so all the angels are going to the back. And then who are we opening first? Tink or Darkwing Duck?
Tink.
We're going to open up the Tinkerbells first. All right, so here we go. So, pack number 1, yes, Lorcana time, and they don't sell them in Canada or Walmart store. Oh, did you pull a pack? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how we're going to do that. So, we'll figure that out. Now, I will say, this is... So, I was setting up the camera. I wanted to make sure that the camera worked. And we opened up a couple of packs out of a different box. And the last pack we opened up was a double legendary Angel and Pocahontas pack. So,
and then another one we got 1 legendary, but
a legendary Anna.
Yeah, the legendary Anna.
So, a couple of takeaways from this set so far. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. So all of it has that wintry feel, like you're, you know, a Winterspell. It's pretty awesome. The other nice thing is I feel like the distribution is real good. Now, I am noticing some other things. The cuts on some of the cards are really, really bad. I know a couple of the legendaries so far have been really shifted off to one side. So that kind of sucks if you're into grading, and I've seen that kind of across the board from Twitter and from the Facebook groups I'm in and that kind of stuff as well. So we'll get through this one. So Thomas, Swordplay, the action chosen character gains Challenger +3 this turn. Dinky, Piglet, Prince Naveen, Taurus Bulba, John Smith, Elsa, Gosselin Mallard. First is the Witches of Morva rare.
A super rare.
Super rare Belle. And
what?
Right off the bat, an epic Elsa.
What?
Told you guys there was going to be some fire in these packs.
Oh, the last card is... okay.
Yep. So yeah, so let's drop that bad boy there.
Epic Elsa. What's that Sigma?
All right. Brains, and if you want to open them, get them locked and loaded for me.
Oh, okay.
That way I'm not opening on here as well. All right. So we're going to start off with Thomas again.
What the Sigma?
Maybe Braeden's favorite card in this set.
Space Cows. It's just so random.
The little Stitch.
Blue Smoke.
The Blue Smoke.
Nani. Anna.
No, this is Aduna, so this is Anna's mom. But this goes back to showing, like, the wintry scene with Winterspell. There's Tehran again. Grab your bow. Darkwing Duck. Then we're going to start out with another rare, Willie the Giant. Second one is going to be a rare, Mystical Inkcaster. And a rare, Let's Get Dangerous.
So, a lot of, like, the Fab 5 Disney cards are going to be, like, their versions from the Disney Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
So, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, pack number 3. We've got Zootopia.
Nala. Todd. Blue Smoke. Donald Duck. Fuzzle. Darkwing Tower. Anna. Lonely Grave. John Smith's Compass. Kristoff's Loot. Yeah. Oh. Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket Epic.
We are getting some good ones.
Put that guy down there.
Stitch Arm.
Stitch Arm. So, I was talking to some of the guys in our Discord group, and it seems like the normal hit rate for packs right now is 6 or 7 hits, legendary and above hits per pack. So right now with our hits per box. So right now with this box we're sitting at 5 hits. So don't be surprised if we go into a little bit of a lull. David, Tigger, Aladdin,
Tiny Tim's Crutch.
Oh, so here's a good show on that cut I was talking about. So see how narrow that side is compared to this side? It's cut way off to the side. So for grading purposes, this is really bad. Like the lore marker or the ink marker is almost off the card. Tiny Tim's Crutch.
The terror that flaps in the night. March off to battle. Rafiki's Bakura staff. Chief Patuan.
Pahatan. There's
Chief.
Chief.
Stegmut.
Stigma. It's a Stegosaurus.
Stigma.
For each item in your discard, you pay 1 less for this character. When you play this character, you may put 3 items from your discard on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you do, deal 3 damage to chosen character.
Is his tail frozen to something?
Looks like he's, either running into something or bending something. What's peeking? Legendary!
Angel!
Legendary Angel!
And,
common foil Grandmother Willow, which
uncommon.
is... Or uncommon foil, which is going to be a really playable card this set. I see a lot of people putting this into their...
decks.
Yeah, their dog's deck. So yeah, so I said we were going to maybe go into a little bit of a lull, and we have another hit. So who knows what's going to happen.
First Darkwing Duck pack.
We've got
Pumbaa.
Isis, Vanderchill.
Game Preserve.
Chief
Tui. Launchpad. Goofy.
If you're going to say it, you got to say it louder.
Goofy. Chenpo. Chief Powhatan. Judy Hopps. Gramatala. Mulan. Judy Hopps.
You sound disappointed, but that's still a good pack.
I know.
I mean, yeah, it didn't have a legendary or an epic or anything like that in it. I'll open this one while you're opening that one.
Okay.
All right, this one we're gonna start with Percy. Come out and fight. Don't force him out. Strike a good match. I like that they redid the art on this and the hey, and let it go.
Let it go. Kanga, Stitch,
Negaduck.
Ugly Shang, Alice, Scrooge McDuck, Darkwind's chair set,
Tamatoa.
Common foil,
Sarabi. All right. What are we starting with, Bray?
Tiana.
One of my favorite artworks of this set. I love this card. She just looks like she's
so cozy with her hot cocoa and her beignets.
Beignets.
You should definitely get some at Disney World next to the Tiana ride, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yep.
Pot of honey. Aw, copper. Honker. Muddlefoot.
I don't see Cinderella or Aurora. There are no Cinderella cards in here, and there are no Aurora cards in here for this set. Amos Slade.
Beast's Castle. Anna. Lonely Grave. Hidden Trap. Reuben with his sandwiches. Let it go.
Mother Gothel, Ariel, Ursula, nothing. I mean, it is all a lot of focus on Darkwing Duck, a lot of focus on the Lilo and Stitch series.
Nala.
Yeah, so a lot of the princesses don't have big roles in this set. Now, when you look back at like the last set, you know, the Cinderella card is one of the chase cards in Whispers. And it's going to continue to be a highly played card as we move into the Winterspell set. Here, I'll let that sit over here, because that's the last Darkwing. Alright.
Sarabi.
So we're going to Sarabi in our last Darkwing pack here.
Sword play. Wait, no, that was the...
No, that's the first Angel pack.
Okay. Snowball fight. Kanga. I really like the Kanga and Rue ones because it's like... I like the wind lines around them.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool looking. Darkwing Duck.
And the foils for Kanga and Rue, it's a continuous art foil, so... Negaduck.
Gigi. Big Mama.
That's Allie's card. Big Mama!
Mother's necklace. Kristoff. Olaf with the tiny snowman. Mother will protect you.
Little Mother Gothel, there you go.
There you go, Robert.
There's a little Mother Gothel for you.
And now the first angel.
Alright, we're going to go with Zootopia to start.
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey. So this is the new Hey, hey Persistent Presence art. When this character is banished in a challenge, you return this card from your discard to your hand.
Boomer. Distract. McHorn. Donald Duck, Gigi, Miko,
Liquidator.
Straight to a super rare, Colors of the Wind, Lilo,
Rockstar.
and a rare foil, Marshmallow.
And that's awesome. The foiling on these, they consistently get better on the foiling side, which is awesome. But again, like I'm saying on these cards, if you look at like the sides, you can tell that like it's just not really good coming out of the packs this time. Like they have, I mean, older sets have been much better quality coming out of the packs. This isn't something like they're getting caught on the sides of the pack or anything like that. This is a print and cut issue more than anything, which is a little disturbing. You would think that it's in a set.
Other than that, they're really good cards. And
yeah. So Tiana,
Pot of Honey,
Dinky,
Chief. This is similar to the other pack that we opened. Li Shang, Force of a Great Typhoon, Snowfort, Simba, Winterspell. So that's kind of
what happened.
Yeah.
The Illuminary's all frozen.
I caught that at Myrtle. Retro Revolution device. Flit.
The Flit foil.
Flit foil.
Any crazy Pete, Moana, Tinkerbell. Yeah, so the Tinkerbell, we've been showing that on the stream. There's the legendary Tinkerbell from the set. Pete has a rare in the set. Moana has a legendary and an epic, or a legendary and an enchanted in the set.
Don't you think that there would be a legendary and an epic and an enchanted for every card?
No. You want to keep the pool rates down for those other ones, so. So,
Sarabi,
last two packs. Sarabi's going to start this one.
Swordplay, Cute Copper, Cinna, Launchpad, Goofy, Gantu, Education or Illumination, Pudge the Fish, Rapunzel, the super rare Beast, Mulan.
Another nice thing that I'm noticing in the case is there haven't been a ton of repeat foils. In earlier sets, I feel like I caught repeat foils a lot earlier than in this set. So that's kind of nice. So our last pack, Lilo, Morgana Macabre,
Squeaks, Winnie the Pooh, Prince Naveen, Maui
Light,
Rabbit, that's a new one, Scrooge's Counting House, Darkwing's Gas Device, Marshmallow, Scrooge McDuck,
and our last card is going to be a common foil,
Copper,
cute Copper card to finish us out. So yeah, so that all the fire came relatively early in that pool, but while we were on stream, we pulled the Angel, which we now have two of, which is awesome. This is Untouchable while you have no cards in your hand. This character gains resist 2. And once during your turn, you may choose and discard a card to deal 2 damage to a chosen character.
So, I like that at a certain angle of the light, it's like Angel is like popping off the card.
Yeah, it's that embossing.
Yeah.
You can see it in the... See how it's just her that shines?
It's like some books covers that I have. It's like they pop out.
We got the Epic
Jiminy Cricket.
Same thing with that. You watch that foil come across and bam, on Jiminy. Yeah. And same thing.
And then the Epic Elsa.
Yeah, so good little card opening there. Awesome. Well, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you for watching, and thank you, Robert Sprite, for all the questions.
Yeah. No, again, thank you guys all for watching. We very much appreciate your support on the channel.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yep, if you haven't done that yet, definitely do that, and we will see you guys again in a couple weeks. So until then, bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, we had Braeden on the show tonight, and he did some pack openings with us, and we pulled some fire out of those packs. So check it out. If you're looking for us on social media, you can find us in a lot of different places. The easiest is going to be over on Facebook at DPI Podcast. That is going to be the show page and the travel page moving forward, so just go over there and check that out. If you're over on the Twitter X machine, you can find us at Disney Insights on Twitter X. Also, the Disney Planning Insights podcast over on Instagram. Check them out. Thank you guys all for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, following, everything that you do to support the channel. You guys have a wonderful couple of weeks, and we will